Hi, my name is Allison Matuszak, and I'm here to present classroom management tips and tricks, routines, and procedures. In this slideshow, you'll learn about how to set the stage for the school year, using hand signals in your classroom, procedures for breakfast and lunch, attention getters to grab your students' attention, procedures for transitions, procedures for school supplies, and procedures for passing out and turning in papers. Setting the stage for the school year. Students need structure and familiarity as they continue to learn and develop the classroom routines and procedures to give students a predictable day. They'll know what to expect each day, and they will feel more confident and secure in their daily activities. It is important to have procedures in place to prevent disruptive behavior. If students know what to expect, then they will not be disruptive. They will have to follow the rules and procedures you have given them. Teaching the procedures is even more critical, and it takes a lot of time. They cannot be taught and memorized by students in one day or even 1 week because there are multiple steps required to successfully complete a procedure. Learning them takes time and it takes practice. Teachers should also review these throughout the year, but especially when students are having difficulty following them. It is important to review these procedures, especially after different breaks like Thanksgiving break, winter break, spring break. When procedures are in place, the school year will also fall in place. Some teachers like to use hand signals in their classroom. These signals can help prevent that disruption as you're teaching. When I would see a student hold up one finger, I would know that they had to use the washroom, and I would just be able to acknowledge that student and say, go ahead, rather than them telling me a story or telling me that they need a paper. I would know exactly what they needed. Procedures for breakfast and lunch. Make sure you have procedures in place for breakfast if it is served in your classroom. At my school, breakfast is served in the classroom. So my students know at the end of their lesson, that's the time that they can throw away their breakfast. Here is an example of that.
Equal 11. All right, we can put our pencils away. I have a sticker for you today.
Are we gonna get a prize?
We'll have to see. We have to move our star. You can take a sticker for your paper. Good job putting away your supplies. You can take a smelly sticker.
I'm moving on my paper. No. I want to move the paper. You ever notice salt?
Good job throwing away your garbage, Rashad. Yep, I'm going to see who's going to move it today. We had a great day today.
So that is how my students know to throw away their breakfast. A lot of schools take a lunch count to see if they're eating lunch at home or lunch from home or eating lunch from school. So some teachers use popsicle sticks and the students puts their popsicle stick in the correct bucket if they're having home lunch, school lunch, or milk only. Some teachers use a card system. I see another teacher that uses a clip system which they move their clip to the lunch that they want. You should also have procedures in the lunchroom where the students sit, what door they come in, all of those things to think about before that first day of lunch. Attention getters. It is important to have attention getters in your classroom so you're not shouting out and yelling to get the class's attention. Give me five is a popular one where you would say give me five and the students put up their 5 fingers. Each of the 5 fingers stands for something and then the teacher would go over that. Some teachers choose to ring a bell to grab their students' attention. Some teachers have a doorbell to grab their attention. Music is another way that teachers can grab attention when the music plays. That means their center is over. And a class countdown saying, I need your attention in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All of these different attention getters are great ways and they all work well. You'll just have to find which one works best for you. Transitions. Transitions are a time to switch from one lesson to another, or one space or an activity to the next. Transitions happen several times throughout the day. They give students a time to get up and move their bodies and take a break from their learning. And it's good to have cues for your transitions, whether it is, again, one of those attention grabbers, ringing a bell, music, so that way they know it's time to switch. There are essentially 3 types of transitions. When you enter the classroom and take a seat, switching from one activity to another, and exiting the class. And just like any procedure, these need to be taught with explicit explanations, clear models. They have to be rehearsed and reviewed. Here is a transition from my class as they're finishing up and then heading back to their homeroom.
All right, once you finish, let's put our highlighters away. If you borrowed a pencil, put your pencil away. Papers away. And line up. Ooh, good, Mateo. Line up on the purple line, and I'm going to look to see who's ready to move our star. Mateo, good.
So that is how my students leave. We have a purple line that they know to land on, or to line up on. After cleaning up their supplies, they know to put their supplies in their pencil case and back on their chair. You should have a system for supplies. Community supplies can be shared in the middle of the desks or tables. A lot of primary classrooms, early childhood classrooms do that. Individual supplies can be in a pencil case or a supply box. Supplies can be in a class drawer or on a shelf or a counter.
Are they equal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Equal.
Very good. You can go ahead and put away your supplies. Pencils away in your pencil case. Good job, Fatima. I like the way you're putting it away. And I like how you push in your chairs. You're following the rules, pushing in your chairs and lining up on the purple line. Very good.
So that is how my classroom uses their supplies. They have individual supplies rather than a community style. Passing out and turning in papers. Procedures should be put in place for passing out papers. Maybe it is to have a student paper passer. Maybe you pass out to the front of the row, they take one and pass the rest down. Any of those passing out procedures work, or anything else that you come up with. It's just important to be consistent with that so the students know that expectation. There can be a turn-in area, so when students are finished with their work, they can put them in a basket or a bin. Maybe the teacher would like to collect papers by their number. I know when I was in first grade, I gave each student a number, and I would collect their papers in number order when I needed to grade them, so that way it was easier to enter in my computer. Also, papers can go in a mailbox or a folder that are going home and not being turned in. So all of these are different ways that you can have routines and procedures in your classroom. Some of them may work better for you than others. It's important though just to make sure they are consistent. Thank you.